All right, just 27 days after it was due, there is now a state budget deal in place. Lawmakers agreeing to several items that were holding up the entire process. Good evening, everyone. I'm Scott Levin.
And I'm Mary Alice Demler. Governor Hochul made the announcement just a short time ago. Two on your side's Nate Benson was watching. And Nate, what concessions were made to finally get this agreement done?
Yeah, Mary Alice, a source in the Senate telling me a few hours ago that the governor gave up a lot in this agreement and didn't get very much in return. Governor Hochul even hinted that it was a tough negotiation for this $229 billion budget.
Today we're here to announce that a conceptual agreement has been reached on the fiscal year 24 budget.
So if you'll all take out your notebooks, Professor Benson will go through each dollar line by line. Now, obviously, there's too much that was announced by the governor to fit into a minute 45-second story. But here are some of the notable areas, like bail reform.
Overall, bail reform was needed. But I do believe that judges should have more authority to set bail and detain dangerous defendants. The agreement removes what is known as the least restrictive means standard, which many judges have said tied their hands.
The agreement also allocates $40 million for public defenders, another $40 million for district attorneys across the state, and $36 million for programs to reduce gun violence. As for the feared natural gas ban, Hochul didn't outright say it in her main speech.
And we're going to be the first state in the nation to advance zero-emission new homes and buildings, beginning in 2025 for small buildings, 2028 for large buildings.
But later on, during the Q&A with reporters, the budget director cited it would be 2030, so the gas kerfuffle remains until the actual budget bills are printed. There's $1 billion going to the transit system in New York. That's because the state is raising the payroll mobility tax for New York City businesses. And speaking of increases, the budget deal makes commitments to raise the state's minimum wage. In 2024, the minimum wage will raise to $16 in New York City and $15 in the rest of the state, with a 50-cent increase in each year's 2025 and 26. But in 2027, a significant change will be implemented.
Starting in 2027, the minimum wage will increase annually according to the Consumer Price Index. In other words, if costs go up, so will your wages.
Keeping up? I'm with you. While the governor announced a lot of dollar amounts in some of these budget deals, we won't know the specifics of how the money will be spent until the actual bills hit the legislature floor. Now, a source tells me tonight in the New York State Senate that it's unlikely voting on the budget will occur this weekend. It's expected voting could begin Monday. In the newsroom, Nate Benson, Channel 2 News.